Bradley has done his reconnaissance of the old capital and has begun to diligently address the priority areas as it pertains to the Belize city back to normal. Bradley, who is serving his second consecutive term as the mayor, spoke to the media this afternoon on what he found.
We've already begun to address it with a great degree of alacrity. We have been in a series of meetings to coordinate activities. Councillor Philip Willoughby has been very instrumental in many of the efforts liaisoning between CEMO, which is still operational in terms of our emergency command center, and NEMO in relation to accessing certain particular assets and resources. What we have done since the storm subsided is that we have deployed all city council equipment, including backhoes, open trucks, and personnel to various areas of Belize City, which are priority areas. We were talking about the areas along Southern Foreshore, Regent Street, Yarborough, Caesar Ridge Road, Jane Usher Boulevard, and we had crews in there. We still have crews along the Caesar Ridge Road area, and it's not clean. It will not be clean in the near future, but our personnel are out there. We also have crews along East and West Collett Canal. What we have determined to do, generally speaking, is that we're dividing the city into three areas, if you will. The area from Central American Boulevard and beyond that, then the area from Central American Boulevard onto the Caribbean Sea, and then the north side. And we have been given additional support. Tomorrow we'll have personnel from the forestry department who will assist us in cutting down some of the larger trees so that we can smallen the amount of debris that we have to move away, and then we will cart those away. We also are getting significant support from the BDF in terms of personnel. One of the things that the city council also has done is that we have hired temporary workers to come on board to support our sanitation workers. We roughly have about 140 people right now on the ground, together with about 15 backhoes and 15 open trucks throughout Belize City cleaning the area. But we are recognizing that that is not near where we need to be in terms of having the city clean by at least Sunday evening for operational normalcy by Monday at 8 o'clock.
Belize City is a major area for tourism, especially for the cruise ship calls. According to Bradley, the areas that cater to tourists will be a part of the priority list, as there is much damage to areas like the Memorial Park, the BTL Park, as well as the House of Culture.
We've prioritized the tourism areas. We've been coordinating with BTB to try to get at least the tourism assets up and running, because we know that Belize will be a port of call on Tuesday. They're trying not to have any disruption in the tourism flows, so that we have identified BTL Park. We've been cleaning that as thorough as we can. There is substantial damage there. We had substantial structural damage to many of the boats. One of them completely was destroyed, so that we're at least clearing that area and making it moderately bearable and open for operations. We also identified substantial work that needs to be done along and surrounding the Memorial Park area and the area of the tourism zone. Memorial Park took heavy sludge. There's a lot of mud and sludge in there, so that we've been working on that area from this morning in terms of having the fire truck spray the streets and cleaning out Memorial Park. We also have identified the debris surrounding the House of Culture, so that we are going in there, cutting down as much of the fallen trees as possible, and then carting those away. And then also we've identified St. John's Cathedral and the surrounding areas, so that for tourism purposes we are prioritizing those areas.
Other areas that were extremely impacted are the Yarborough area. Mayor Bradley is appealing to the various communities to do as much as they can in the cleanup efforts and to ensure that their garbage is out for pickup and their front yards are cleaned up.
We have also, as I mentioned before, had a rapid deployment along the area of Yarborough and Cesar Ridge Road because just visually speaking, those were the most impacted areas. There were many streets in Belize which were impassable. We were talking about streets like Marine Parade, Newtown Barracks, and we have cleared all of those streets, the areas where we could not remove the larger debris and the trees. What we've done is that we've left those to the side. One of the things that we want to emphasize is that we want members of the community to assist us. It's an effort which we will be coordinating, hopefully in terms of an urgent, massive deployment of personnel by Sunday evening, but definitely for the next 2 weeks we will be on alert in relation to the cleanup efforts, so that we want residents to assist us with cleaning out their areas. We saw a lot of that over the hours since the storm. We want that to continue, and we're asking people to put out their garbage. We are going around the clock in picking up those things, but we need the community to assist. We're also asking a lot of the business persons likewise to begin the efforts to recall their workers and have their area cleaned up and put the garbage out so that we can clean those. The priority right now is the carriageway and the access way, so that we're not concentrating right now on cleaning people's yards. We've gotten a significant amount of calls that trees have fallen within people's yards. They want us to come in their yard, assist them in cleaning, assist them with cutting down trees. We are doing some of that, but that's not the priority. The priority right now is the access ways for business, for traffic, for emergency vehicles, and restoring the city back to operational normalcy. As soon as we finish those works, and we expect that the bulk of the work will be finished by Sunday evening, then we will deploy additional resources and assets to help people with the work within their yard and within their area. But we need residents to really come out to assist us with the cleanup efforts because it is quite substantial. I have done several tours together with Councillor Willoughby throughout Belize City, and every single lot that I have passed has been affected, if at least only by tree damage, so that we want every single member of our community really to assist in relation to the cleaning of their area, even if they can assist in terms of cleaning in front of their yard. Right now our resources are stretched to capacity, and we want the city to come back to full operation as soon as possible.
The recovery efforts will require money, and according to Bradley, they are looking to the private sector as well as sister cities for aid, either by cash or in kind. The mayor also made it a point to say that the Belize City Council has been very frugal when it comes to financial management, and because of that, they have a savings.
We are coordinating resources with NEMO in relation to preparing and presenting to them exactly what we need. We are also getting significant amount of assistance from people who have equipment, who have volunteered the equipment. We have called out our sanitation contractors. We've called out people who have constructed cement roads for us, so that they've generously offered the use of their backhoe, their equipment, and so forth. We also had people who indicated to us that they were just going to voluntarily lend. One person just had a backhoe, but and they wanted to participate in the cleanup. People were coming out with deck broom, just saying that they wanted to assist. People came to the City Hall today just saying, I could assist with cleanup, I could give some food, I could do this, I could do that, what do you need in shelters? So that it's that kind of spirit that we are leaning on in relation to our public-private sector partnership and the relationships that we have built. We've gotten expressions of assistance from our sister cities. We've been in communication with our representative in Cheddar Mall, for example. We have been in communication with the partners that we have, including some partners from international organizations who have said that they will assist the City Council. And of course, we want to emphasize the point that the City Council has been doing better financially, so that we've been able to save resources as we are paying off our bills, so that it's not a situation where the City Council does not have at least immediate resources to pay for things like procuring additional equipment, machinery, and personnel. This is, of course, an event that none of us planned for, but in making our budgets, we do have emergency funding that we allocate every single year, and we will have to tap into that. A significant amount of the resources will have to come from our partnership with NEMO and the city council resources itself, but we expect that at least perhaps 25% of the cleanup costs will come from our partnerships and will come from donations or in-kind contributions from contractors or other people who are just giving of their service and their equipment.